Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Dante, and welcome back to my show, The Hot Seat. And today in The Hot Seat, I have one of my best friends and an inspiration in my life, Jadea Asante. She is the founder and CEO of Embracing the Crown, which is one of my favorite companies. They help and they actually shine a light on Black communities, inner cities, as well as uplifting women, uplifting men as well. I have to say, as of recently, you guys have also been uplifting just both counterparts, and I love that. So can you introduce yourself, Dea, and let everybody know who you are?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jadea Asante. I am the CEO and co-founder of Embracing the Crown. Embracing the Crown is a wellness company. We focus on uplifting Black women, period. But as you touched on, we have been dipping into, uplifting men as well with our Kings Support Queens campaign. But we're all about just uplifting people, bringing people together, and having those meaningful conversations.
And we definitely have some meaningful conversations at Embracing the Crown. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
So my first question for you is, where are you from, and did your town that you were raised in shape you and as like a business owner?
So I'm from Franklin. We met Franklin Middle.
Locked in.
I have to be completely honest and say, I don't think Franklin necessarily raised me to be a business owner in any way.
Okay.
I will say my family, a lot of people in my family they have their own nonprofits, are successful in their own businesses in different ways. So I drew inspiration from them. I will say Franklin contributed my first experience with sisterhood.
Yes.
So when we were in high school, we had that group STFL.
Yes.
Yep.
STFL. Shout out to Miss Gamage.
Yep. Miss Gamage, and that was my first sisterhood group experience. So that was a moment that really helped me and really helped me tap into how important sisterhood was, especially for Black women.
Right. And speaking of sisterhood, my girl is a full-blown Delta, okay? Shout out to y'all. And how has being a Delta and sisterhood shaped you and your views and building Embracing the Crown?
Whew. Being a Delta definitely shaped Embracing the Crown a lot. Even when I was interested in Delta and just thinking okay, what would I do next? Having my own organization was a part of that. That was always a part of my plan. Being a Delta has helped me with event planning and structure and knowing how to run things and logistics and getting things done, just giving me that will. So it's definitely helped a lot with keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track.
Right. I think almost everyone knows nowadays that being a business owner is not easy. What are some of the obstacles that you have faced that you're willing to share?
Woo! We have faced so many obstacles.
Too much.
Too many it's been obstacle upon obstacle. I mean, I think the main thing for a lot of business owners is money.
Right.
Money is tough. A lot of times we're just working our 9 to 5. We're trying to find a job, let alone have money for our side hustles. And a lot of times with business, you have to put in money. You have to invest in yourself to get back. So that's a hurdle. Also now, I have only a 4-person team, and 2 of us are in DC and 2 of us are in New Jersey. So that was a struggle. And then the most recent struggle has been the pandemic.
Right.
So with my business, we do a lot of events. We love to bring people together and really feel that energy, and we haven't been able to do so. So yeah, there's a lot of obstacles and struggles, but at the end of the day, I always have to remember our why while we're doing this and just keep pushing.
And what is your why?
Our why is because it's just so needed. We started this organization in college. So during that time, I had a tough transition in college. I went from having a bunch of friends and a bunch of people around and stuff like that to just being in this place, predominantly white institution, and being what the hell is going on? Sometimes you feel invisible in spaces like that. So I just knew that I needed something, and it started as a blog. And then also my co-founder, Shelby, she had just moved from...
Shout out to Shel.
Yeah, shout out to Shelby.
I love her.
She had just moved from DC to New Jersey, so that was just a complete difference. I mean, a lot of people know that when you get into college, that transition can be tough. So we started as a blog, writing about everything from going natural, or now, going on dates and cooking and doing laundry on your own, just a bunch of different things that you go through in college.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was my why. What has been your most fulfilling project that Embracing the Crown has done yet?
Whew,
Because you guys have done a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Actually, before you, can you list some of the events that you've done so our audience gets to know exactly like some things that you guys put forward?
Okay, so our biggest event is Sisnick.
My favorite.
Yes, and Dante has been our host and everything like that. It's an amazing event. It is a black girl garden party because the word picnic is dead. It's a black girl garden party. We bring everybody out, melanin, everybody's in yellow. We have sisterhood workshops. We have an amazing host there to just make everybody feel comfortable. That's just a whole vibe. I mean,
it's a great event. Last year, actually no, it was this year, right? When did we do that? Was that July 2020?
Yep.
So July 2020. It sold out to the point people were like DMing me, like, are there any extra tickets? Can you save me some? I'm like, Jadea, there's so many people who want to come. They don't care about Miss Rona. But the fact that Embracing the Crown got such an amazing response off of Sisnick, I'm like, oh, that's it. It's on. And you see that the audience loves that sisterhood and that they love what Embracing the Crown brings. I love what Embracing the Crown brings.
Thank you.
If there was one thing that a business owner came to you for advice, what would you tell them?
There's so many different avenues, but I think one thing that I've really learned is like the importance of a strong team. One bad apple I feel like can really like spoil the bunch and like bring down the energy, and like I'm really grateful for my team. Me, myself, Nichelle, Joelle, and Shelby, because it's just really important. I mean, on our low days, we hold each other together, and if we don't have that strong foundation, then what are we actually doing? Like, how can we be of service to other people? So a good team is a major, major, major key.
Yes, it is. It is. I've heard that before, that a community, the people that you work with will either make or break your company.
Yep.
And I just want to circle back on what is your why for Embracing the Crown?
My why is just to see Black women thrive, like period, because we just go through so much. A big thing for us is like, especially in the age of social media, everybody's posting these amazing moments in their highlight reel, but beyond that, it's like we go through so much. So our importance is just to create a space for people to have those conversations and realize like we're all going through it, but we all can contribute and help each other.
And you have contributed so much. Speaking of which, one of my favorite things that she's done before with Embracing Crown was when you collected prom dresses for girls in Newark. And that to me was one event that really, really stood out, that I was like, yeah, I definitely want to be a part of Embracing the Crown. I want to be, whether it be like an ambassador or something, I knew that that was something I wanted to be a part of, not only because you're my best friend, but what you were doing for the culture and for the community. And I grew up in the inner city. I came from New York, so the fact that you were also doing it in areas like Irvington and Newark, I was like, yeah, this is a great, great thing. What would you say about your experience as a CEO? And yes, you've gone through challenges, but what were some of your successes or things that your biggest accomplishment?
Oh, it's tough because like I guess everybody measures their accomplishment different. Like
for sure,
we've won different awards and stuff, and that was really nice. But also just something as simple as like going to. So another thing that we do is go to different colleges and universities. We had something called our college workshop tour. We'd go and talk to the students about a variety of things, all concerning like mental health. So when you kind of like leave one of those workshops and have somebody pull you aside and say they really needed that and it really impact them, like that's the moment that means a lot to me. Just that's something that we thought of, you know, and put a plan into action is like really touching people. Yeah, that means a lot to me.
I love that. How do you manage your life? Because this girl, sometimes I'm worried about her. I'm like, hello, did you eat today? Did you get a nap? Because she literally works her 9 to 5 and then she's doing her 5 to 9. And like I said in the beginning, she's my inspiration because she don't stop. She does not stop, always creative. How do you do it, Dea? Like, how do you balance it all?
I don't know. I don't know how I do it, but I thank God for giving me the strength to keep pushing.
Yeah, because she's super disciplined, something that I love about you. As a content creator, what challenges do you face as well? Because one thing I'm noticing about content creation is that everybody, I almost want to say like ego-based, where it's like people are like, oh, well, this was my project, and it's almost like nothing is really unique anymore.
Yeah.
So like, and I know we've had conversations about that too.
Right.
And she's a content creator. She comes up with so many ideas. What challenges have you faced with that?
I think one big challenge when it comes to like content and social media and things like that is comparison. So when we started our organization, it was a few years back. Like we're going on our 5th year. At that time, Instagram and having like accounts for like women's empowerment and stuff, especially like Black women's empowerment, wasn't as super trendy and like, I don't want to say cliche because it's a good thing, but I feel like there's like 1,000 pages like that. So I feel like if we had started our page later, based on the content that we do have, it would have like skyrocketed quicker. You know what I mean?
Right.
But since our page has been around longer, sometimes I feel like we'd be shadow banned. We're not popping up. So that gets annoying. And I sometimes see other pages. I'm like, dang, like, why can't ours be like that or whatever? But at the end of the day, I realize it's so much more than Instagram. You know, like when you're actually touching people in real life, there's no amount of likes that can like add up to that. So it's priceless.
You have grown so much as a person, like over the years, me seeing you live, you know, and grow. You have changed like so much, but in positive ways. And I don't want to say change like, oh, she's changed who she is, but I want to say like grow, whether it be your weight loss journey, you finding yourself in ways, you challenging yourself, like moving out of state.
Right.
And I feel like even on social media, you touch masses of people on that journey. So can you talk about your vulnerability? You're so vulnerable and so open on social media. Where does that come from?
I feel like I've always been that way to an extent. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the type that's going to be like crying about my breakups and things like that on social media 24/7. At the same time, if it's something that I overcame, I have no issue sharing so people can do the same as well. And it goes back again to the whole thing with embracing the crown. It's like sometimes just sharing your story is enough for people to be like, damn, she went through that. Okay, I can continue on with whatever I'm going through as well.
Right. And who would you say is your biggest inspiration for who you are now?
Oof. It has to be a collection of all the women around me, from birth to my friends to everybody. Yeah, just a whole big collection of all the Black women that have like really embraced me and shown me different things.
Is there a Black woman in history that you look up to or you feel like has made an impact in Black culture?
Yeah, Myleik Teele.
Ooh.
I'm obsessed with Myleik Teele. She's somebody who's like a mentor in my head to me, like someone I never met, but just she's a total boss. If you guys don't know, she's the founder of Curlbox. So she made like a multi-million-dollar business out of nowhere, you know? So I love her. She has an amazing podcast. So yeah, she's definitely someone I admire.
Oh, I love that. She's a great person that you selected. I love that. What you always say, like Jules, when she says embracing the crown, she's like, hey, Jules.
Right.
What are some Jules that have gotten you through life? Any slogans or things that you keep you pushing?
That's a good one. One is like, let me think about this for a little minute.
I put her in the hot seat. I had to make it hot real quick.
Okay, I'm getting a little heated. No, but there's so many. One that just immediately came to my mind is this too shall pass. A lot of times we go through a bunch of tough times, and during those tough times, it seems like, damn, I can't even do another day of this. But it's like, things will pass, and every tough moment will pass for like a brighter day. So that's like really important. Another one is like, I cannot control the waves, I can only learn to ride them. And that's like one of my favorite quotes, because it's like life will hit you with some stuff, you know, when it's like you can either sit here and freak out over all the stuff you can't control, or you can learn how to ride and get back out there.
Right.
So that's an important slogan for me.
I love that. I'm gonna start using that one.
Yes.
Because yeah, life be lifing.
Girl.
Where does embracing the crown, the title, come from?
Okay, embracing the crown. So you touched on it when you brought up the jewels. Like it all works together. So, you know, when you envision a crown, you see all those like little diamonds and jewels on the crown. So I like to look at those jewels and gems on the crown as like every time you overcome an adversity, boom, here's your jewel, you know? So that's what I think about for embracing the crown. If you even look at the logo, it's not a perfect crown. It's slightly imperfect because it's like no one's perfect. And that's the beauty of it. We all go through things. We all earn our jewels and things like that. So that's where it came from.
Yes. Is there a book that you feel Black women should be reading right now, or a podcast you want to put them on to?
I mean, I mentioned it before, but my Lake Teal's podcast, My Taught You, is really good. That podcast gave me some like really good gems on everything from like finding a mentor, to just what you need to know in your 20s, your 30s, etc. So that's a good podcast. Another good podcast is Dating NYC. I mean, it's nice to just learn about love and dating and different perspectives as well. So, yeah, those are some that I keep on rotation.
What is your favorite part about being a Black woman?
Oh my God, there's so many cool things about being a Black woman.
Tell them, girl.
I don't even know if I could just pick one. I mean, it's the versatility for me. It's the just being the originators of all the like dope stuff. I can just go on and on, being nurturing, being strong. It's a lot. It's beautiful being a Black woman.
It is. But I feel like also as Black women, we also have those things like, gotta be strong, gotta deal with all these things.
For sure.
If there was one narrative you could change about a Black woman, what would it be?
I mean, you touched on it with the strong thing. A lot of times people say, oh, or they just assume Black women are strong, which we are. At the same time, we're not like just numb. We do have feelings. Things do hurt our feelings. Things do get to us. You know, we get stressed. We don't always want to step up to the plate. We want to be catered to. We want to be vulnerable. We want to be soft as well. So I think people forget that.
Yes, they really do. I'm gonna like circle back just a little bit because it just in my head it popped out like seeking validation. And like you said, looking at likes and
Right.
maybe even imposter syndrome.
Right.
When you're building a business and you may face those things, what are some ways that a person can just deflect those thoughts of comparisons and things like that?
Right. And that goes back to having a really good circle.
Okay.
Because when you're feeling down, for instance, like we call each other when we're feeling down
Right.
and we lift each other up. So same with business, you know, you should be able to go to your business partner and be like, yo, why do we only get 10 likes on that? And your business partner should be like, man, whatever, let's just keep pushing. Let's just keep being consistent. So you need people that are going to be like, you know what, let's refocus and let's keep it moving. And if you don't have someone like that, then you need to be that for yourself and give yourself 2 minutes to be in your feelings and then refocus and keep it moving.
I was telling someone that I was going to interview today, and they had asked me to ask you, does someone need a degree to be a business owner?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think so because I feel like someone needs a why, most importantly.
Okay.
Because you can have all the degrees and you could just be out here doing something just for money, but it's different when you have a passion for something. If you have a passion for something, you definitely don't need a degree. I mean, I actually attended a community business school, so you didn't need like a degree for that. That was, you know, it was a community program that helps you, and there's a bunch of different resources and programs. So if you really want to do something like a degree, a piece of paper will not stop you.
Amen to that. Is there anything new coming up for Embrace the Crown or anything you guys are working on currently?
Right now, we're working on new merchandise, so please go to embracingthecrown.com/shop and get some new gear. And we're just whipping up our new programs for this year. I mean, of course, with COVID and everything, we're trying to just pivot and think of ways to make it safe but still have that connection.
And my last question for you is, what would you tell younger Jadea if you could right now?
Oof. Let me think about this one for a minute. I would tell my younger self just to like keep doing me. I've always been the type that kind of like, in a way, wanted to like march to my own drum. A lot of things people think are popping, I think is like played out or whatever. But yeah, I would just tell myself to keep being me, be me out loud. Don't dim my light in any way, and just keep marching on. And I'm lit.
Yes, you sure are, girl.
As
Literally, Jadea has inspired me in so many ways you don't even understand. You truly are someone special. Super creative, boss babe right here. Everyone check out Embracing the Crown. Support a Black women business, okay?
Yes.
Let's get this booming because
Yes.
it's a beautiful, beautiful program. It's a beautiful company. And I just really, guys, you guys deserve all the success.
Thank you.
So congratulations to you. I know it's not easy, but you do your damn thing, girl.
Thank you, girly. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for watching The Hot Seat. Thank you for being in The Hot Seat. Can you let them know where to follow you at?
Yes, you can follow us at Embracing the Crown everything spelled right, Embracing the Crown, or you can visit our website at embracingthecrown.com.
Yes. And you know you can follow me at Dante's Inferno. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press the subscribe button. I love you guys and thank you for watching.